Hey everybody, it's Tuesday night, February 6th. 37 days into this carnivore journey. I received some bad news today about my dad, and I think it's worth talking about because this really is my video diary, and whether I'm the only one that watches this or 5 other people, it's okay because it's just a journey for me. Every single day, it's a journey for me. I may have a lot of information, I may have very little, but I'm getting up, I'm doing this every day, and I'm doing my best to eat right, and I'm doing best to share my results. And so far, so good. It's really turning out great. But the news I got today wasn't so great. So if you followed my channel and looked at some of my earlier videos, you know one of my key whys for me doing this. My mom passed away last November 2023, far too young. She was 73 years old, right? So for a quick overview, she had cancer from 2019, September of 2019, and then she passed away November of 2023. So within that 4-year journey, she had 3 types of cancer at first: clear cell ovarian cancer, stage 4 endometrial cancer, and the beginning of colon cancer. Okay, so they went in, few treatments of chemo, they opened her up, took out a reproductive system, few more treatments of chemo. She was good for 9 or 10 months, went into remission. It started to come back. They said, hey, we'll nip it in the bud. Let's do Keytruda immunotherapy. It's about an hour or hour and a half per month. You don't lose your hair. It doesn't make you nearly as tired. And I think we can get that. That's about pretty much all we have for clear cell, which was the lingering cancer for her. So she did that, and she was on that for about a year, maybe 14 months, and it had worked. It had brought her numbers back down for quite some time, and everything's going really well. And well, at the beginning of 2023, your cancer started to increase again. And then they said, look, there's nothing we can do with this. So she had it stopped, and then she just waited for a few months. And then they gave her a couple of heavy zaps of chemo to see if they could shock this thing away. But it didn't happen. It made her so sick because her body was just weak at this point, and she just couldn't recover fast enough from it. And then 30 days later, or 45 days later, it was time for the next chemo treatment, and you're just starting to feel decent again. And then she's just going to be bedridden for a couple more weeks while trying to recover. So that escalated quickly, and that was a big portion of why I made this year, okay, it's got to be about health. It has to be about stop eating crap foods, box foods, sugar, all this garbage. I know I can live a healthy life. Water, I don't need booze. Without candy, that's fine. I'm fine without candy. Bread was, that's my biggest, toughest thing. I can put butter on it, and that's actually okay. But yeah. But you know what? At the end of the day, the crap here in the U.S., for the most part, unless you're growing it yourself, is so full of toxins. It's horrific. So if you think that you're going to go, I'm going to be a vegetarian or a vegan, I'm going to have conventional vegetables from the grocery store, and it's going to be fine. No, you're not. It's not good. You're not going to be fine because it's so filled with toxins. The land has been raped of the nutritional value. It's just dead dirt that's growing things only because they pump it full of product so it can grow faster and they can harvest it and sell it to you. Oh, and by the way, it'll sit in cold storage for several weeks and it won't wilt at all because it's not really real. You know, I wish I could say that was exaggerated, but it's not. And you look at what the Gates Foundation, or at least Bill Gates himself, is doing with a peel, and we're going to protect and, elongate apples. When we harvest them, they'll last longer. Yeah, but you have to eat that crap, Bill. You have to eat that crap. My goodness. Do people ever learn? It really is all about profits at the end of the day. That's what sucks. It really does. So, with all these vegetables people are trying to juice and eat and all of these things, that has a cumulative toxic effect. It's the same thing with those big deadly seed oils, some of which are canola oil, vegetable oil. They're not a real oil at all. They're extracted man-made garbage, right? Safflower oil and many others. Now, there's a few out there that are okay to use in moderation, like olive oil, coconut oil, and whatnot. But in general, I stay away from oils, right? Don't eat deep fried foods. The only time I've gone out, if I'm going to have some wings and I feel that I'm going to have, it's not really a cheat day, but I want some wings. If I'm not going to air fry them, then I go to that Buffalo Wild Wings because they use tallow to fry their wings in. Now, not their boneless wings and all the other crap there, but the wings themselves, they deep fry in tallow. So, at least you're not getting seed oils there. But there's always risk of cross-contamination and anything, and I don't know what to tell you. You're not really 100% positive that you're not ingesting crap at some point. I get so pissed off at these food industries that create these boxed cookies and sugar and garbage that has nothing, and it just has no nutritional value except for the profit value it gives their shareholders. My mom was a sugar addict. I mean, really, much like me. I am an addict. I am a sugar addict, carb addict. And it's okay. I mean, to me, they should have a group like that. It's like AA. I'm not addicted to alcohol. I'm not addicted to cigarettes. I couldn't care less. But let me tell you, it's a tough one. Sugar, carbs, and that's why we're all here together. And I'm doing this daily testimony, this daily diary, this daily progress of what I've had. And it's painful sometimes, right? I want to give you more information. And at the end of the day, I've struggled like many have, right? And I've been fine. February is going just fine, and I'm happy about that. But when I received the disturbing mood, or the disturbing news that I got from my dad today, if you remember a couple of videos back, I shared that my dad was doing well. He went and had surgery. He had a tumor removed from his left kidney. They went in laparoscopically through the front of his body with several incisions, and he was in pretty major pain for within the last couple of weeks here as he's been healing. And they went into and took that off the tumor. And the surgeon said, wow, this thing was about max. He goes, we can only extract so much laparoscopically. Other than that, you know what they have to do? Just like you're going to go in for heart surgery or a bypass, they're going to pull your chest open, go in and, replace or do something with your kidney, right? So we're blessed that he didn't have to have that done, and they went in laparoscopically. What they found out now, is on the biopsy, it's a stage 3 clear cell renal cell carcinoma. Clear cell renal cell carcinoma, stage 3. So basically, the surgeon said, it's fast growing. We're going to have to monitor this and see what happens in 6 weeks, literally to the day. From your surgery, 6 weeks later, let's do another CT scan and see if it's growing. Let's get a couple of these scans, try and gauge its growth, and then they can decide what to do based on its speed. It has a high percentage of coming back. Just like the surgeon said, my mom's oncologist said about mom's cancer. Talk about a 1-2 punch. My dad's turning 72 next month in March. 72 years old. What the heck is going on? Now, I do know that my parents they're amazing people. I mean, my mom and dad were both super talented, wonderful people. They ate a lot of prepackaged foods. I'm not going to lie, right? And the one moment within the last month before my mom passed away, I said, Mom, what are you doing? You know, it's all over any news channel, anything, any book, any publication. You know, cancer feeds on sugar. Why are you eating that cupcake? Why are you eating that? My mom, much weaker than she'd ever been, she looked at me and smiled. It makes me happy. That's a backwards pain and pleasure principle. When we're going through so many hard times in life, you don't have to have cancer for this. Maybe you lost someone. Maybe you're having a rough time at work. Maybe you're looking for a job. It could be any number of things. And you're going to turn to something, a substance. It could be a drug. It could be marijuana. It could be cigarettes, alcohol. I hate to say it, worst of all, sugar. It seems so innocent, but it's in everything we eat. I pray that for those of you watching this, you want to share this with anyone else that you know struggling with something. Don't eat your feelings. That's what I did. I didn't know what to do sometimes. It's all BS, all this food and crap. Do you remember the 1970s Hostess actually made some okay crap? It's all crap anyway. But they actually made ding-dongs and ho-hos and Suzy Q's, right? So we would get a treat. When I was a kid, I would get a treat. And when I was 12, my beautiful sister was born. She would get a little treat, for a variety of things. For me, apparently, I did lots of good things because I got treats throughout the day. But that's a whole nother story that I am actually editing together so you can see where am I from. So hang out on this channel. You don't have to watch every video, but you'll see here on this 90-day path some of the videos that I'll post. So it's coming. I'm working on it. I want to be able to show you what I ate, what my life was like. And honestly, we didn't know any difference back then. But anyway, back to the Hostess thing. I recently, right before my mom had passed, she had a ho-ho or ding-dong or something. It's so much smaller. Hostess about lost their shorts. Someone else bought them or at least pumped a lot of money back into them to keep the brand. And then you look now and they're just cardboard. They're garbage. That food, they're so much smaller. They're dry. And nothing tastes creamy or natural about it at all. It's not a soft cake like they were at when I was younger. It's garbage. It's poison. It is poison. Don't BS yourself. It's poison. Anyway, but it made my mom happy. She could remember all the times that we were growing up as kids, my sister and I, and we would celebrate. We'd make an apple pie or have some Suzy Q's, ding-dongs, ho-hos, whatever. My childhood revolved a lot around food. And it's not a bad thing. It's just what happened, right? We'd go over to my grandparents' house. My grandma had she was an amazing cook. My mom was great too, but my grandmother, her mother, just would lay a whole table out full of things, like a buffet. And you'd go in and you'd have whatever you wanted. You want Jellos? Oh, by the way, there's 5 different types of Jello. And however my grandmother got that fruit to suspend in the Jello, and right there, it just hovers in the middle of that. I don't know how it's magic still to this day. But now when I think about all that stuff, Every boxed food, created Jell-O, boxed cakes. This is garbage. And it all gets into your system and it adds up. And it feeds a cancer. It's the worst addiction. Worst addiction. I can clearly say that because you look at the diabetes out there now, the levels of cancer. I mean, everybody. It's insane. There's so many people that are discovering, oh God, I have this, I have that. I was just discovered with, what? What are you talking about? That's crazy. Everyone's healthy and then something happens. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm being transparent, I'm being honest. You know, I lost one mother, or my only mother, and then now my dad's going through this. I mean, just 3 months after my mom passed, 4 months. What the hell? What the hell? So all I can do is stand here every day when I come home from the office, and I want to tell you what I ate. I really need to do this. I need to avoid all that candy and that sugar. I have to do the best I can to prevent myself from getting cancer. And I am going to go in and get further tests. I just had my blood test, which I showed all of you the overview of it. That's all I received. Even my testosterone, that was at baseline. Crazy, right? We can allow our bodies to heal, but we have to get out of our body's way. We have to step aside. We've got to stop feeding crap down our gullet and allow our body to heal. That's why I do so much intermittent fasting. I'm not doing OMADs to lose weight. I'm doing OMADs 1 meal a day because I hear of the benefit of your body being able to repair cells. And I eat earlier in the evening as much as I can, between 5 and 6. And then I'll go to bed at 10 or 11, maybe 11:30 at the latest. But I get a few hours in there. Remember my principle. This is on another video. Go back and watch it. I have a 10, 3, 2, 1, 0 principle. I didn't add the 0 in there, but I'll share that with you now. 10 hours before you go to bed, 0 caffeine. Stop drinking caffeine, right? 3 hours before you go to bed, no more food. Don't eat anything. If you want a little bit of water, that's fine, but don't eat or drink anything else, okay? No smoking, no tobacco, nothing. Just. And 2 hours before you all right, so let's go back to my 10, 3, 2, 1, 0 principle, okay? Now, I know I posted this a few weeks ago, but it's important. So 10 hours before you go to bed, no caffeine, okay? That's it. Stop caffeine. Don't drink anything with caffeine with it. No soda pops that have sugar too. Just get rid of it. 3 hours before you go to bed. Okay, so let's get back to this 10, 3, 2, 1, 0 principle. I reviewed this a few weeks ago, but I want to briefly touch on it again because it's important. Little things to heal your body. Give yourself good sleep. If you're eating right, that's a little tiny part of it. Joel, I did carnivore for 30 days. Yay. Yeah, but did you sleep like crap? Did you have caffeine too late? Were you restless? Were you up all night? What's the big picture? What does it look like for you? It's the healing that you want, and you really get that cellular repair at night. So, 10, 3, 2, 1, 0. What's it mean? 10 hours before you go to bed, no caffeine of any kind. No soda, no coffee, not even a caffeinated tea. Boom. Decaf tea later in the evening, little warm tea before you go to bed, okay, but stay away from caffeine. 3 hours before you go to bed, no eating. stop eating, okay? 2 hours before you go to bed, make sure that you calm down, read a book, maybe just have a little bedtime story with the kids, maybe your spouse, talk about your day. Just don't work, stop working, okay? Just spend time with family, or if you're single like me, I just read. And then 1 hour before you go to bed, absolutely no digital devices. Now, I'm at least 2.5 hours before I'm going to bed, so that's why I'm doing this now. So 1 hour before you go to bed, no digital devices, no computer, no iPhone, no tablet. Yeah, but I'm talking to my friends. All my friends are in my phone. I know they're inside your phone. I get it. But they'll understand. You want to chill out, relax, right? And then what's the 0 for? 0. You turn on that alarm, which is fine. A lot of people, I use my phone for my alarm. You plug your phone in and you set it across the room from you. You don't put it by your head on the bedstand so you're looking at it and get up in the middle of the night and you look at it. I'm going to better check my Facebook. How many likes did I get on my post? Who cares? Who cares? We're talking about you. We're talking about your health. We're talking about cellular repair, deep sleep, a better tomorrow. Any and every day we're above ground, we're doing pretty good. And we're on our way to health and wellness. So that's what that 0 is for. You're not going to have anything next to your head. You're not going to have it next to your body. You're going to put that thing way over there so that the 0 really means you're not going to hit snooze. That's what the 0 stands for when you look at all this on the internet. So alarm goes off, you get up, you walk across the room, you shut it off. Then use the restroom, whatever you normally do. It's always a good idea to drink at least half, if not a full glass of water in the morning. If you want to weigh yourself and do a morning glucose test before you do anything else, that's a good idea. Then have some water, all of that stuff. Take your shower, get yourself started for the day. I have to repeat this to myself again and again and again. I'm not doing this every day for my own health here, or just my own health. I want to share this with everyone too. I'm just repeating this to myself so I can watch this back again and go, okay, I'm doing that. Oh, I missed that. I better do it again. I watch my own videos back for reminders. And I want to learn and grow. Am I really sharing the truth? Or am I BSing anyone? Well, I'm not BSing you. This isn't monetized, this channel. I'm not trying to sell you any product. I have saved 19 videos that I've been editing that I want to share that sparked an interest to me. And I want to show them to you so you can make your own, like Element. You can make your own little supplement and electrolyte and all that stuff for next to nothing. Buy the whole products, make your own little batches. You don't have to pay $40 for 30 days. Nah. You'll probably spend 40 or $50 and it's going to last maybe several months. I don't know. But if I can help you save money and help myself, hey, let's do that. So again, this is my digital diary. Am I keeping my word? That's just to me. I watched this back. Did I really avoid that candy when I turned off this video? Did I really? Well, it's all going to prove one way or the other at the end of this month when I weigh in again and do my measurements. Now, the weight, don't obsess with that, right? Don't obsess with the weight, because if you're eating a lot of protein, and we'll talk about quantities of protein over the next few nights, but if you're eating a lot of protein and less fat, you could also be building muscle. Maybe you're working out in the yard, or maybe you're working out too while you're doing this. So what's your body look like, right? Do you see yourself slimming down? What do your measurements tell you? Worry about your measurements and your clarity of mind. And are you groggy during the day, or do you think clearly? Do you have just no brain fog? All those things play a much bigger role in this whole thing than, I'm not losing weight. Who cares? Throw the damn scale out the window. This is really, that's just one little tiny measurement. And you'll hear most people say on these carnivore journeys, throw the scale out the window. It's really about measurements. It's about, how do you feel, right? But every month I want to see, right? And I step on the scale, and I'm not disappointed. I stalled, and I was very transparent with you last month, January 9th to the 18th. Hey, I stalled, and look what happened. Don't be a Joel, right? Anyway, so, wow, every day, when I find this out from my dad with this potential cancerous risk, I pray to God every night for his health, my family's health, my sister's, and her husband, those 3 beautiful little kids they have. What kind of example are we going to set for this next generation? What kind of example are we going to set? Maybe you're a parent and you've got your kids growing up, and you want to pop down on the floor and hang out with them and play with them. Or maybe you want to throw the football around. Maybe you want to walk your daughter down the aisle for her wedding. It's possible. We're all capable of managing what we eat. You know what? Just like anything else, we have to band together and cheerlead for one another. Don't do it alone. Don't do it alone. I can't do it alone. I don't have any close friends to me that are doing this. Most of my close friends eat a bunch of crap, and they tell me, no, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll come see you in the hospital. Don't worry about it. I don't wish any ill will on anyone, trust me, but I'm just seeing what's happening, right? To my own family members or to other people, and even rich and famous people, right? Cancer it's like it's running rampant now. Diabetes. Every, 2 or 3 people has some level of diabetes? You saw in my blood panel that I'm pre-diabetic. I'm in that stage. I'm 5.8. So from 5.7 to 6.4, I'm pre-diabetic. So I'm right on that edge, and I can reverse this. That's why I'm here. I'm holding myself accountable. And even if several people watch this and only one person comments, or 2 or whatever it is out of 100 people watching it, that's fine. I appreciate you. I appreciate you even for watching it, because I hope to God, and I am a man of faith, I hope to God above that you'll at least take action. Ask a question. Hey, Joel, what would I do? I don't know, but let me take you over to Carrie here at Homestead House, and let me take you over to, Bella, the steak and butter gal. Let me take you over to Dr. Ken Berry. Okay, let me send you to, Dr. Anthony Chafee, again and again and again. I have over 372 videos that are saved for 2024 carnivore health improvement. And then I've taken 19 of those and I extracted them because I had a little bit of a aha moment. And they're great little reminders for how much protein should I have, what's a ratio, fat to protein, and so on and so on. And there's going to be a couple other, a little bit longer, a little bit sensitive issues like this too, where you're going to find out some revealing truth. about people that were in the pharmaceutical industry. I have some links to that. I'll play a short clip and I'll share the link. I know we all don't have time to sit here and watch 9 hours of video a day just to barely keep up with new content, right? All these, the doctors, the physicians, everybody, it's like they're coming out with 1 or 2 videos every day because they do it full time, right? And that's great. They're letting everyone know, but we have to pick and choose. So I want to share what's meant a lot to me. And then if you found something, by all means, please share with me. That's how we're going to find out. We're going to get through this. And we're going to come out on the positive side of this. I don't have any little things popping up here. I don't have any little laughter or any little GIFs or GIFs or whatever you call them. No animations tonight. It's just me. It's my talking head, my floating head. Because I couldn't be more serious than I am right now. I love family. And when you feel family slipping out of your hand, it's tough. And it can easily make you do things like cheat on your diet. That's kind of number one. It's emotional eating. That's one of the top 1, 2, 3 things out there, right? But I have a reason to be here, to share this daily video diary. Even if I'm the only one that watches it back. And I can say that I did it, and I can be proud of myself 90 days from now, 180 days from now, 365. So, thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for watching. Sorry, it's a little long. It's 32 minutes. This is probably the best 32 minutes that I could have shared. No jokes, no laughter. It's no BS, no filter. Take a moment and do a self-inventory of what means most to you. And I guarantee you, once you make this long list of things, I want to be here for this, whether it's keto or carnivore or some level of improvement in your health, it's going to be huge. You don't have to sit here and you don't have to do carnivore, right? You're finding out what I'm doing, and that's great, and that's fine, and it's working for me. But 90 days, maybe I'll be back on keto. I don't know. I want to make sure I'm not deficient of anything. So it's okay. So let's hang in there. And I've already proven that most of my videos are reasonably short. I wouldn't share anything long like this if it didn't mean everything to me. If I'm taking the time to stand here in my kitchen and share this with you, somebody needs to hear this besides me. I know at least one person does. All right. God bless you guys. And I'll see you Wednesday. So, we had a good Tuesday. Yeah. The 6th of February. Tomorrow's a new day with fresh new hope. All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow.